Have you ever handed in your old laptop for a trade-in at an Apple or HP store and wondered what actually happens to it after that? Or maybe you've walked past a laptop shop and noticed the same display unit sitting there for weeks or months, slowly accumulating the fingerprints of 1,000 sticky toddlers. Ever wondered where that one ends up too? Here's the truth. Most of them come back. Not to you, but to someone else, somewhere else. And no, they don't just get thrown into a volcano, which is what I used to assume. They go through a process almost nobody outside the industry has ever seen, called refurbishment. In this video, we're taking you inside that entire journey, from the moment these laptops are collected into the factory floor where they're stripped down, cleaned, repaired, and graded, all the way to the shelf where you might meet one yourself. You are officially ahead of 99% of the industry because this is the first time the entire process has been laid bare, just for you. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a refurbished laptop the same way again. So what actually is a refurbished laptop? And why does this whole process even exist? A refurbished laptop is a pre-owned device that's been restored to like-new condition through professional testing, repair, and thorough cleaning. But the real question is, how does a laptop end up needing this in the first place? There are more entry points into this cycle than most people realize. Some laptops come from customer returns, often for minor cosmetic flaws, or because someone couldn't figure out how to connect to hotel Wi-Fi and blamed the machine. A big share comes from corporate fleets, where entire batches of business laptops get swapped out on a schedule, not because they're broken, but because the lease says it's time, or because Gary in accounting demanded a new machine to look at spreadsheets slightly faster. And behind all of this sits a bigger reason: reducing electronic waste and giving buyers a genuinely lower-cost way into good hardware without settling for something unreliable. So now we know why laptops end up in this cycle. But before any refurbishing happens, someone has to actually get them to the factory facility, one that's run by the laptop's own brand maker, not some random third-party shop. These laptops aren't just sitting in one warehouse waiting. They're scattered, sometimes across entire countries, coming in from return centers, retail stores, and corporate offices all at once. A returned or traded-in laptop from a customer gets logged and shipped back through a retailer's return network. A cosmetically damaged unit, maybe scratched in transit, gets pulled aside before it ever reaches a shelf. Corporate fleets get collected in bulk, sometimes hundreds of identical units from a single office upgrade. And retail displays or overstock units get pulled once a new model replaces them. All of these different streams eventually funnel into the same place, a consolidation point, where they're sorted, logged, and prepared for transport to the actual refurbishing facility. It's a quiet, almost invisible logistics operation, and it's the first step before these laptops ever reach the factory floor we're about to walk into.
Testing and inspection, nothing gets touched until it's been checked out properly. That's the rule here. First thing the technician does is run the diagnostics. Processor, RAM, storage, all of it. Then they're tapping through every single key, checking every port actually works, running their eyes slowly over the screen for dead pixels or dim spots. Nothing gets skipped. And whatever they find, it gets written down. Doesn't matter how small it is, because that note follows this laptop through every single stage from here. Complete software wipe. Once testing's done and the laptop's confirmed to still power on and boot properly, a technician runs a complete software wipe. Not just once, several times over. Every file, every password, and every questionable late-night Google search from whoever owned it before is gone completely. This part isn't optional. It's required by law, not just good practice.
Disassembly. After the software wipe, the laptop moves to a technician who specializes in one thing: pulling apart the internal hardware. Battery, RAM, storage, Wi-Fi card, all of it. First, the casing comes off. Underneath, it's all ribbon cables and tiny connectors, the kind of thing that snaps if you're not careful. Each one gets carefully disconnected before the laptop can move to the next stage.
Sanitation. Next, a technician takes it through sanitation. Compressed air blasts out years or months or weeks of built-up dust from every vent and gap. Then alcohol wipes down the keyboard, the screen, the shell. By the time it's done, it's cleaner than it's been in a long time. This process is not just about looking clean. It's about health and hygiene standards. You have no idea who used this laptop before or how, so every surface gets treated like it matters. Repairs, replacement, and reassembly. Now a technician goes through what was flagged back in testing and fixes it. Weak battery? Out. Replaced with a new one. Fresh thermal paste goes on the chip, keeping it running cool the way it should. Anything else noted at the start gets handled here too. Nothing gets skipped. Then it all goes back together, piece by piece, the same way it came apart. Fresh operating system installation. Once the laptop's back together, a technician installs a fresh, latest operating system from scratch with no leftover files and old drivers. There should be no trace of the previous owner. It boots up like a brand new machine because, as far as the software is concerned, it is one. Testing and quality control. Second last stop before it can be packaged, it goes through a full stress test. The technician runs it under sustained load, checking the battery holds a charge, the thermals stay cool, and every port, key, and connection still works after the repairs. If it gets a pass, it then moves forward to the next critical final step, where the BIOS gets updated to show the laptop's officially been refurbished. We'll get to how that works later in the video. If it gets a fail, even on something small, it goes back for another round.
Quick pause before we get into grading. If you're new here, this is the kind of stuff we cover. Real, unfiltered looks at how the hardware you use actually works. Subscribe to this channel and to our other sister channel, Pre-Buy PC. Links in the description. All right, back to it. Once a laptop passes the quality control, it doesn't just get boxed up and sold. Every laptop gets a cosmetic grade based on how the chassis and screen actually look. This is how they are categorized. Grade A. Excellent. Barely any sign it's ever been used. No real scratches, screen's clean, no dead pixels. Grade B. Good. A little more wear, maybe a small scratch if you look close. Screen's still clean, nothing that gets in the way of using it. Grade C. Fair. You can see it's been used. Scuffs and marks that show. Everything inside still works exactly like it should. This one's for someone who just wants it to work and doesn't care what it looks like doing it. Grade D. Heavy wear. Deep scratches, dents, maybe a crack in the casing that doesn't touch the screen. Basically the laptop equivalent of a war veteran. It's seen things. It survived a 2019 coffee tsunami and a 2021 drop down the stairs, but it still shows up for work. But if everything inside still tests fine, it gets a chassis polish, or in some cases a full chassis replacement before it's sold. The difference between an A and a C, or sometimes D, is what you see on the outside, not what you get on the inside. So how do you actually tell if a laptop's been refurbished? Turns out it's written right there, if you know where to look. For most non-Apple laptops, check the product number or SKU on the box. Near the end of the product number, right before the hash sign, look for an R, RB, or RF. That's the manufacturer telling you exactly what you're holding. Other clues? The packaging tells its own story too. Refurbished units often ship in a plain brown box, basically the witness protection program of electronics. None of the colorful branding a new one gets. Look closer and you might spot double taping, or new barcode stickers pasted right over older ones underneath. Inside, the molded plastic inserts and branded sleeves are usually gone, replaced with plain bubble wrap. We covered that whole process, even for Chromebooks, in a dedicated video. Video link will be attached in the description below.
MacBooks, on the other hand, work differently. Check the model number on the sticker, on the box, or under the laptop itself. Starts with F, Apple refurbished it. M, it was sold new. N, it's a replacement unit for a previous device. P, it came personalized or engraved. One catch, there's no BIOS level check for MacBooks like there is for Windows laptops. This model number system only works because Apple documents it. So if you don't have the box, you'd need the serial number to find the model number. Then check that against a third-party site. We've covered that whole process in a dedicated video. Links in the description. Between the packaging and the numbers on the device itself, you're rarely buying blind. You just have to know where to look.
Why do refurbished laptops actually matter? A few reasons stand out. Lower cost, often close to half the price of new. Business-grade durability, since most come from brands like Dell and Lenovo, built for years of daily office use. And less e-waste, since every refurbished unit is one less laptop in a landfill. 3 solid reasons, and that's before we even compare it side by side with buying a new laptop. How does refurbished actually stack up against buying new? 3 things to weigh: price, performance, and warranty. Price, you save 30 to 60% over a sealed new box with the same or lower specs. Performance, a refurbished business machine with an i5 or i7 and an SSD often beats a cheap new consumer laptop outright. Warranty and condition is the one trade-off. New comes pristine with a full 1 to 3 year manufacturer warranty. Refurbished may have light cosmetic wear and a shorter third-party warranty, usually 3 to 12 months. So it's not better or worse, it's what you're optimizing for. And for most buyers, that trade-off is worth it. So let's bring it all together. Refurbished laptops aren't a compromise. They're a smarter buy, hiding in plain sight. You get business-grade durability, real cost savings, and less e-waste, all from machines that go through a genuine testing and repair process before they ever reach you. The only real trade-off is a shorter warranty and the occasional cosmetic mark. And now you know exactly what to look for to spot a properly graded, legitimate unit. Next time you're eyeing a new laptop, at least give refurbished a real look first. You might be surprised what it gets you.
But there's another category we haven't touched yet: ex-UK laptops. You've probably seen them listed for sale, often even cheaper than refurbished units. So what's the difference? And is it actually a good deal or something to be cautious about? That's exactly what we're breaking down in the next video. So stick around and be productive